Good, great, and glorious day to you, co-creators. This is your boy, Corey Creech, the Ascending Master, and I want to thank you all so very much for joining me here on my channel. Today, I'm going to bring forth a channel message, and with my channel messages, it does not matter what your zodiac sign is. Every bit of this message could resonate with anyone. Every bit of me hopes that if it does resonate with you, that you find it in your hearts to like, share, and subscribe to this channel, share the video. Every bit of me wants to thank you all so very much for your continued support, the continued likes and subscriptions. Please, by all means, I am bringing forth 2 additional channels that are currently up and out there already. I will be adding information in the description box about those channels if you all wish to find yourselves in alignment and wanting to follow, i.e., more of my content and what it is that I do and offer to the world. With that being said, what else is there? What else? Happy April. Everybody in me hopes that you all are enjoying your spring season. Those of you here in the United States, others of you who are finding yourselves in other seasons, may it too be just as enjoyable, fruitful, and blessful for each and every one of you. Spirit, what message do you have for my co-creators on today? What will bring forth the message? What do we have to discuss on today for me and my co-creators? We thank you, we honor you, we adore you. We have the wounded warrior. The wounded warrior. This is every bit of someone who has gone through a many of struggles, a great deal of burdens, been attacked, but yet has not given up. Someone who has found themselves fighting for what it is that they're wanting, for what it is that they're going after. What I tell you, conflict, competition, every bit of the energy of those who find themselves wanting what they can't have. Somebody who is fighting off their competitors. I feel like this person is being enlightened as to who his competitors were, as to what and why he has been finding himself in situations where he's needing to, i.e., fight for what it is that he's wanting. And every bit of it is due to karma, right? We have the Wheel of Fortune here, which speaks to someone reaping what they sowed, someone who perhaps wanted to put someone else in states of conflict and competition in moments whereby they are competing for whatever it is that they're wanting out of life. We have the Page of Cups, someone who wants to communicate, perhaps bring in an offer of love, of apology. We have the Ace of Pentacles, which speaks of new beginnings being granted by the divine that will turn out to be abundant in nature. Fruitful. We have the energy of the High Priestess here, which speaks of someone who is every bit of spiritual, every bit of the keeper of hidden knowledge. Someone who has a deep close and vibrant connection with the non-physical. Someone who knows things that others don't know. Someone who perhaps keeps secrets. Perhaps this is a person who is a counselor, a therapist, a life coach. Someone who is religious and or spiritual in nature. And I feel like this person is wanting to bring this communication to a high priestess. I believe this person is wishing for a new beginning in perhaps finances and I don't know, I'm thinking like, I feel like every bit of spirit is saying this person has been gifted a divine opportunity to come forward, period. An opportunity to bring forth a message of love, good news. Perhaps they want to take you somewhere, go on a trip, some form of emotional experiences that they want to have with you. Yeah, I kind of get the feeling that this person is trying to get in touch with their inner child by finding playful ways of expressing themselves. Right? This is someone who's needing to open up and be expressive, talk about what they feel, how they feel. This is someone who is listening to their instincts about messages of inspiration that flows into their life so that they can find themselves with enough courage to come forward. This person is wanting to begin new creative projects with you that bring about an abundance of prosperity. This is beautiful in retrospect, right? When you think of it, the fact that it is coupled with the Ace of Pentacles, speaking of prosperous new beginnings unfolding for you in your life, certainly ones to be open for and receiving gifts from the divine, right? Like every bit of you are worthy of whatever is about to be handed over to you by the divine. Every bit of you have been following a new path of self-care and wellness that led to, I don't know, bring your health back up to a vibrant state. I can see others who gaze upon you in awe and total disbelief as someone who has just picked themselves back up and found the beauty in life and certainly is showing it upon their face and how they are living. Every bit of the divine is ushering you to keep an eye out for new opportunities and to create stable and wealth, such as inheritances from, I would like to say, businesses that one perhaps wants to invest in. I'm getting the energy of even somebody coming forth and providing you with a large lump sum. I even feel like the energy of the lottery coming into here. Someone who will be granted an abundance of money, like a lot of wealth. A great deal of wealth. And again, like this person is every bit of this person is every bit of deserving, right? Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, this person, Spirit is just telling me that it's this person's time to shine. Whomever this person is, whatever shining that you tend to do, that you plan on doing, may you find great joy, right? Like the fact that you have the high priestess here, like the moon sees through the darkness. This is every bit of someone who does not allow for lies and deceit, trickery to kind of sway them. This is someone who's illuminating what is hidden, someone who's reminding us that all we need to know is already within us. Right? This is someone who is balanced in their both light and their dark. Someone who is very intuitive and self-knowing. Someone who has duality, balance, and harmony within self. Someone who is being guided by their intuition and their emotional intelligence. Someone who seeks answers from going within to their heart space. This is every bit of the energy of divine telling you to like go within, to connect with your divine guidance, to sense your strengthening and both the physical and the mental, both body and intuition. And when you do sense them strengthening, take it deeper, right? Go deep within, i.e. your exercise to the physical body, hiking, go swimming, riding a bike, even when it comes to your intuition, like take it further, express and follow the guidance. Ask your intuition to take you on a journey today that will lead you beyond or past 5 major points that will give you some form of resonance to your childhood, right? Or ask yourself, how can you find a way to enhance, to practice your intuition? And when you get an answer, follow it through. Trust yourself. Even if where it leads you might not make logical sense at first, there's a need for you to trust your intuition as the high priestess is reflecting here. Every bit of this hermit card speaks of someone who knows the difference between being alone and lonely. This is someone who enjoys the comfort of quietness, his solitude is the companion to his bright mind. Every bit of the hermit represents wisdom, solitude. And the reason I use the word solitude versus isolation or being alone or lonely is because it's a choice. Solitude, to go inside your home or to get away from others to whereby you are alone. Every bit of you gets an opportunity to allow your magnificent mind to share in the companionship with his solitude, right? Like every bit of the solitude and the hermit's magnificent mind are a companion, are love mates, are every bit of one's joy. And so the fact that this particular hermit shows up, every bit of it expressing one's placement, being deep in the process of soul searching and possibly seeking their own inner truth, I feel like this person is waking up to realizing all that really is true and what has taken place around them. This is someone who is needing to allow themselves as much time alone as they need to look within, and perhaps through meditation they will be awakened to something new. This is someone who needs to perhaps take long walks and to tap into divine inner wisdom. Someone who can be guided beyond their physical knowings and or what they believed to have been known to be true thus far. This is pretty interesting. I want to know what has caused this person to be the wounded warrior, to have taken on so many hits. Let's get some clarity on who or what has caused this person to be wounded. Give us some insight. What has this person been going through, Spirit, that has caused their wounding? Yeah, we can get some clarity and insight into what this is. 10 of Wands. Wow. Past burdens. Things that they could not bear. Things that were too heavy for them to carry. Things that perhaps weren't even their own. This is the energy of somebody who is taking on the burdens of someone else. When I tell you, the sun, illumination. Perhaps this is children, someone who has a family. We have the 7 of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles. Again, this is family, right? This is someone who has been trying to defend their position in a family hierarchy, in a family or a secret society, a coven. So every bit of this person is burdened because they found themselves wanting to defend their position, their placement within this coven, within this group, within this family. And every bit of them found this becoming a burden, it became a burden when this person was illuminated to the truth. Them rejecting someone this person rejected someone from their past, and not just anyone, someone who was a gift from the divine, someone who was perhaps meant to be in this person's life. What is this Wheel of Fortune, Spirit? Give us some clarity on this Wheel of Fortune. What is this Wheel of Fortune in reference to, Spirit? We thank you. 10 of Swords, betrayal. Right? So this person betrayed somebody, stabbed somebody in the back, perhaps betrayed the person that they rejected. Why was this betrayal here, Spirit? Give us some insight as to why this betrayal is here. Queen of Swords. Yep. So this betrayal is here because, i.e., this person became so I asked why the betrayal was here, and it's because of the Queen of Swords, and we have the 4 of Wands, which speaks of someone that they believe to be a person that they should be in a commitment with, someone that should be in a relationship. This is someone that they perhaps felt a strong bond and connection with, someone they manipulated and wanted to keep stuck, someone that they attempted to keep stuck due to lies, manipulation, deceit, every bit of things that were not the truth. And this person found themselves needing to, i.e., end a cycle, close out this way of life, this treachery, these lies, deceits, and or always finding themselves in moments of betrayal and backstab by those that they love. Who close out this world cycle, Spirit? Give us insight and clarity on this world card. Yeah, we thank you and honor you and adore you now, Spirit. Thank you for some insight on this world card, Spirit. The Queen of Wands. Beautiful. This is someone who is every bit of vibrant, glorious, beautiful, a warrior. This is someone who knows their worth and power. This is someone who is strong, cunning, and intelligent. Someone who will go after what they want, desire, and need in their life. This is the energy of the divine feminine, one of the queens in the deck, one of the upright queens in the deck, associated right along with the Queen of Swords. And I can sense that these two are the same individual, right? This was someone who was turned into the Queen of Swords due to this betrayal, due to being stabbed in the back. And we have this Knight of Pentacles. Let's get some clarity on why this Knight of Pentacles is here. Give us some clarity on what this Knight of Pentacles is for. Give us some insight on this Knight of Pentacles, Spirit. Lord, we thank you, we honor you. I feel the energy of someone being defeated. Someone who perhaps left and went after the material things in the world. Someone who took a long time going after the material things in the world, leaving their Queen of Wands behind. But I sense that she wasn't a queen when they met. I don't sense she had stepped into her full glory as of yet. We have the Hierophant. This speaks of someone who is seeking commitment. This is the energy of someone who perhaps wants to bring forth an offer of commitment, marriage, stability. Someone who's traditional in nature. Someone who particularly wants to do things in a way whereby people are looking. Society has an opinion. This is someone who cares about what others think. We have the Two of Cups. Yes, every bit of someone that they feel a deep connection to, someone that they are in love with, someone that they cannot move on from. But again, this is the Knight of Pentacles. This is the slowest moving knight in the deck. And every bit of this Queen of Wands is in the energy of someone who does not have patience, right? This is not someone who moves at a snail's pace. This is someone who understands what they want and go after it. The King of Cups here. This is who is bringing forth this offer, this Knight of Pentacles offer of stability, is a King of Cups. Someone who has a deep amount of love and emotions for this person of their past. Spirit, give us some insight on the Ace of Pentacles. Give us some insight on this Ace of Pentacles here. We have the King of Wands. This is somebody, this is the energy of someone else. Oh, wow. This is the energy of a warrior, a defender, a go-getter. This is someone who is extremely passionate, very sexually driven. Give us some more insight on this Ace of Pentacles spirit. We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Ace of Wands in the upright speaks of passionate new beginnings. The fact that we have the Ace of Wands here in the reverse doesn't necessarily say that the new beginnings will not be passionate, right? Or that there won't be any new beginnings. Maybe just some hesitation or delays, right? There will be a delay in whatever this passionate new beginning is for you. Since the gift of creation is presented from the divine in the reverse, every bit of us isn't as open or isn't as excited about the new possibilities ahead. Ay, ay, ay. The reverse Ace of Wands can point to not only hesitation around taking action, but perhaps driven by fear about timing, failure, or getting out of your own way or comfort zone. And I feel like perhaps this person believes that too much time has gone by, or that others might be in the way, or they may not have enough to offer, and like there's this desire to go forward and then something being kept back or pulled back. Acknowledge what is preventing you from being bold and decisive, co-creator. Every bit of you are able to confidently move forward no matter the direction, no matter the destination, and no matter the output. The fact that this card is in the reverse can also indicate delays beyond your control, right? So like no need to keep yourself in a state or a mindset that is not beneficial to the outcome that you desire. Always keep your thoughts towards good, great, and glorious things. Trust that the delays are part of your divine timing and not going against your divine timing. Try to stay flexible and open to all possibilities so that you're not closed off to the ways that Spirit decides to work in your life or in this situation. Anything else for this Ace of Pentacles spirit? We thank you, we honor you, and we adore you. Anything else? So we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse and the King of Swords in the reverse. Interesting. So we know that the Ace of Swords speaks of truth and clarity. And the fact that it's popped up here right now in the reverse only states that every bit of someone is trying to hide the truth, trying to not want to bring forth the truth. Every bit of confusion, or someone who is being indecisive, right? Every bit, like I said, the Ace of Swords is the gift of clarity. And so it's not even clarity by way of doing your own research and investigation, right? This is clarity that is being gifted upon you and or this experience. It also brings about new ideas being presented to you. And again, the fact that it's in the reverse, this person is wanting to bring forth confusion. This person being the King of Swords in the reverse. Every bit of someone who has control over that which is being seen and or shared, the confusion that's out here right now, control and judgment. That's every bit of the King of Swords in the reverse, someone who judges other people based on their outward perspective of a shared experience, someone who always has something to say about others and what it is that they're doing, how they do it, or where they perhaps get the money to do it from. This is the energy of someone who perhaps someone who thinks that they're the smartest person in the world, like this overblown sense of intellectual superiority, or perhaps this person just can't get out of their own way, thinking that they are the greatest gift to man. This is someone who believes themselves to be very arrogant and superficial in nature. Someone who is controlling. Someone who doesn't choose to listen to their intuition. Someone who is only going to be governed by their logic. This is someone who wants to not only be in control, but this is someone who seeks to control every single detail of the experience, of what others see, how others see things, and what they believe. This is absolutely crazy. And then here we have the Tower, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. Tower, Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. Wow. So the Tower speaks of some form of chaos that illuminates things that are hidden, right? And when I say illuminates, it reveals, it brings out, it forces out into the open things that are being done and kept hidden. Let's get some clarity on this Tower, Spirit. Let's get some clarity on this Tower for my co-creators. Give us some clarity on this Tower here. We thank you, we honor you, and we adore you now. We have the Nine of Swords. This is someone who is losing sleep, being stuck in their head over the things that they perhaps have done in the past. And this, of course, it's in the past. We have the Six of Cups and the Three of Cups. So this is someone who perhaps is being either outed, the information has come out, the person has been revealed in truth as to what has been going on with their past experience, right? And so every bit of a third-party experience, something that they collaborated with others, things that were done hidden in the past with others. And so this person chose, right? So when we think of the Three of Wands, we think of someone who's waiting for their ships to sail in, someone who's waiting for some form of change to come about. But again, this is someone who's also looking out at and or after that which they are waiting to come in, right? So this isn't the energy of someone who doesn't know what they're waiting for. This is the energy of someone who is looking out after what it is that they're waiting to come in, or perhaps looking out after what it is that they're waiting to see be affected. And we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. In the upright, this is someone who is lying, cheating, wanting to deceive and get away with whatever it is that they're trying to get away with. But the fact that it is coupled with the Three of Wands and it being in the reverse, I'm sensing that perhaps this person has decided to reevaluate their plan. They have decided to no longer wait for their ships to sell, and this person is wanting to go back to the drawing board and perhaps take a different approach, take a different stab at what it is that they're trying to achieve and or get. Also, this person is experiencing a great deal of paranoia, right? Because their ships aren't coming in, because that which they are waiting for is not showing up. Every bit of this reverse Seven of Swords in this particular reading, I feel is a signal that, like I stated, like their plan, their strategy just did not go and or work out in their favor. And some part of them needs to approach the situation from a different perspective. Don't give up on the idea. Don't give up on achieving and or going after what it is that you're wanting. Just reorganize your thoughts around it perhaps and try looking at it from a new angle. This reversal can also indicate your mind being a reason by which you are held up, by which you are not seeing other perspectives and or open to that. Every bit of you are losing ground in having yourself be understood by others because of this deep-seated paranoia that's kind of settling in. You must be aware that it is just that paranoia or some form of misguided belief that someone or something else was placed into your head, right? Someone told you how you should live, and you're realizing that those ways in which they told you were false, were lies, were not true, certainly definitely not beneficial to you, your life, and or the walk in which you're on. What is this Nine of Pentacles, Spirit? Give us some insight on the Nine of Pentacles. Every bit of someone who is, yes, I got it. Enough said. So this Tower moment is here because this person decided to act single and go after all these options that were before them, options that they thought would bring them abundance, options that they just knew were going to be a better fit than this Queen of Wands back here that they walked away from. We have the Page of Swords in the reverse and the Four of Swords in the reverse. And so the Four of Swords is someone who needs to kind of rest and heal. But the fact that it is in the reverse speaks to someone who is not taking the time to rest properly and or heal over, I guess, their known inflictions, their known wounds. And the fact that, again, that it's here with the Page of Swords only states that someone, why am I getting, interesting. So you have the Page of Swords and the Four of Swords in the reverse. Page of Swords, speaking of people who are gossiping, talking about you, someone who needs to be defensive and or perhaps someone who is being defensive over the fact that others are gossiping about them, right? Someone who took manipulative tactics and perpetrated by you or someone else around you, right? Someone who, I don't know, bear in mind that the information that you share with others may not have been kept private, right? So this is someone who is realizing that they were out sharing information with their person they chose over this Queen of Wands, and that person has then gone out and spilled the beans, has told others, has awakened others to that which has been done in the dark. Somebody's worst nightmare. Every bit of the Four of Swords is speaking of someone who is restless and avoiding to self-reflect, to look at themselves in the mirror and realize that they are the cause to all that has taken place. They are the reason to their downfall, to their pit of hell that they're resting and residing in. You may be opposed to stopping once you've got momentum going, but you must trust that finding inner peace will help you sustain productivity in the long run. This is every bit of a warning to whomever is resonating with this reading that every bit of you are close to burnout. You are literally teetering on the edge of self-annihilation. Stop. I want to use profanity and tell this person, like, wake the hell up. Get out of your own way. Like, you are not the end all be all, nor should you want to be, nor are you meant to be. You are not the gift beyond the gift. Every bit of you needs to see yourself reflective of every single person that has betrayed you, stabbed you in the back, who has lied to you, who has told stories about you, who has let you down. Every bit of these actions, these faces, these names are reflective of who you are. Every bit of shit, every bit of things that you yourself are doing continuously, constantly, always. Someone who just will not do something different and wants to blame it always on others. That's whack. That ain't working, because it too is a lie. This is the energy of someone whereby divine has stepped in on so many occasions. This person right here, no, you are where you are because of the choices you chose to make. Knowing full well of what those choices indicated. And so please continue to avoid seeing yourself in the mirror. But everybody else already sees the devilish, demonic, dark, decrepit, and diabolical behavior that has come from this energy. And ain't no way of sugarcoating it, flouring up, popping it in the oven and baking it into something else. You need to go within. Balance yourself out. Honor the dark side of you, the negative, diabolical, unhealthy behaviors, as well as the light. Stop with all the BS. Oh, I'm just a good boy. I'm being so nice and loving and always taken advantage of. I'm so loyal to the ones that I love and they just always hurt and stab me in the back. Sound like a baby. Someone who's always whining, crying, until they get a leg up, until they hurt somebody else, until they step on somebody else's heart. And repeat the same cycle again, because they're choosing not to go within, balance themselves out, to heal, be enlightened, to see that the people that they are around aren't for their greatest benefit, to see that the person that they hurt in the past certainly needs to be rectified with. Or perish, wanting to cry to whomever will listen. Because that is all, and I mean all, that will happen here. Let's get some final messages of the outcome, Spirit. What can this person expect? We have the Knight of Wands energy, someone who wants to come in and out with this playboy mentality, someone who is sexually enticed, someone who is passionate about what they want, someone who is quick to come and quick to leave. What else can you tell us, Spirit, as to what we can expect here in this reading? What can my co-creators who resonate with this message, what can they expect to be the ending, the outcome of this experience? We thank you, we honor you, and we adore you now, Spirit. We have the moon. Thank you, Spirit. Give us some more insight on what the outcome will be from this experience. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we have the Knight of Wands. Again, the Knight of Wands is an immature energy, right? This is someone who certainly is fast action, certainly passionate, someone who's on a quest for action that drives them to swoop in and take the lead, delivering swift results on... Ooh, and I feel like this is not even a person's energy. This is the energy of divine, right? This is someone who is coming in to give judgment, to swiftly inform this person of what it is that their magic, their dark magic, against their loved one, against their family, against the one that they were meant to be happily ever after with, their wish fulfillment, how it has caused that person to be given an opportunity to take every bit of new journey somewhere else, divinely granted and gifted, someone who is loyal to every bit of that person in the cause. This is every bit of, I'm almost certain, this person's greatest fear, their greatest nightmare, certainly something that they did not wish to happen, see happen, want to happen. There you have it, collective. This seems to be the going theme amongst us tarot readers here online. Every bit of me wishes and hopes that this person feels the love from that which they've had with others, past, present, and or future, cultivated so that they have enough source to tap into to find themselves completing out this cycle, to close out every bit of this karmic experience, to find the courage and apologize and speak to those that they have hurt and or caused any form of hindrance, delay, and or hardship to, rectify, pay forward and off the debt that this person has created. Stop fighting and start speaking. Stop stalling and take action. Get out of your head and speak to yourself what it is you wish the outcome to be. And every time those negative thought patterns resurface into the mind, continue to speak the outcome you desire it to be. It's just that simple. If you have those negative thought patterns enter your mind 100 times in 1 hour, I guess you're going to be speaking to yourself 100 times in 1 hour. If it happens 1,000 times in 1 day, 1,000,000 times over a week period, it doesn't matter. What I'm saying to you is it takes work for you to get yourself out of this. Work that you must do. Work that you put yourself into. No, I can hear whomever this person is speaking about how they got manipulated and how they were lied to and how they were... brought up to believe a certain thing. And all of that may be true, but it ain't got nothing to do with your choices and knowing your right from wrongs, because that's what this is about. Every bit of those people will end up suffering and taking on what is due to them. You, whomever this is for, will end up taking and learning from what is due to you. Point blank, period. I love each and every one of you all. I thank you so very much for joining me here on my channel. Again, please remember that everything is always working out for your greatest good and the greatest good of all. Namaste.